friends. In the past class, we discussed about the Bentham-Hooker's classification up to Polypetalus classification, dicotyledon's classification. Now, today I am going to continue the next class, that is remaining. What is the remaining topic of the Bentham and Hooker classification? That is first second. That is one about gymnosperms and monocotyledons. So in the past class we discussed clearly about the dicotyledons class. So the dicotyledon class, it is classified into based on the parents nature. Based on the parents nature, the dicotyledon class is further divided into three subclasses. So one is Polypetalae, second one is Gamopetalae, and third one is Monoclamidae. And the Polypetalae is again based on the position of the gynoecium, based on the the position of the gynoecium, based on the position of the gynoecium. So this Polypetalae subclass, again it is classified into three series. What are they? First one is Thalamiflorae, second one is Calciflorae, and third one is Disciflorae. And second one Gamopetalae. Gamopetalae, it is also further classified into three series. One is Inferior, Heteromerae, and Bicarpellate. Inferior, Heteromerae, and Bicarpellate. And the third subclass, which is calling as a Monoclamidae. So Monoclamidae, it is directly classified into 7 series. It is classified into 7 series. It didn't classified up to order level. So this is the yesterday's class. Now today I am going to continue that same class, the remaining class of the Bentham and Hooker, that is gymnosperms and also monocotyledon. Okay, gymnosperms. So what is that? The flowering plants are phanerogams are classified into the total flowering plants. Flowering plants, they are classified into how many? 3 classes. What are they? Dicotyledon and gymnosperms. And third one is monocotyledon. Okay. So in the past class we discussed about the dicotyledon. We don't need to discuss about this one, but we have to know about the gymnosperms and monocotyledon Bentham Hooker. So gymnosperms. Actually, what do you mean of gymnosperms? So gymnosperms. Gymno mean neck. Sperms mean seed. So the plants which bear the napped seed are called as a gymnosperms. Okay. Actually, the plants which are having napped seeds, those plants are called as a gymnosperms. So actually, the having of the napped seed is the primitive character. It is the primitive character. Even though these two scientists, who are they? Bentham and Hooker. So these two scientists, they given the place between dicotyledon and monocotyledon. Actually, actually these are the napped seeded plants. So napped seeded plants, it is having of the napped seeded character is the primitive than coated plants. So actually it should be kept before the dicotyledon, but they are giving the place between monodicotyledon and monocotyledon. Okay, now here the gymnosperm, it is again it is classified into three families. It is classified into three families, orders. So what are they? For example, not it. So okay. First one is Neetaceae. And second one is Coniferaceae. Third one is Cycadaceae. Okay. Okay. Here, Neetaceae, Coniferaceae, and Cycadaceae. So this class, what is that? The class Gymnosperm. It is not divided into series. So it is directly divided into orders. What are they? Neetalis order, Neetalis order, Neetaceae family, and Coniferalis order, Coniferaceae family, and Cycadaceae order Cycadaceae and family Cycadaceae. So there are totally three orders are recognized in Gymnosperm, and these order directly recognized into families, but the series are not classified here. So the series position is not given to the Gymnosperm. So this is something about the what is that Gymnosperm. So actually Gymnosperm, Neetaceae, in this Neetaceae already we studied about the Neetum, and Coniferaceae, for example, we studied about this Pinus. Cycadaceae we studied about in intermediate Cycas. Okay, so these are this is something about the Gymnosperms. Now I am going to explain about the monocotyledon. 1 minute. Yeah. Next, plants which have the, what is that, single cotyledon. The plants which have the embryo with single cotyledon. Okay, well, most important, single cotyledon in embryo, first point, and second one is root system. What type of root? Adventitious. Or it is also called as a fibrous root system. And third one is parallel parallel venation in leaves. Okay, and a flower. So flower, the fourth one character is flower. Flowers are what type of flowers? Trimerous. Okay. Flowers are trimerous. Okay, trimerous flowers. So, depending on these four characteristics, or depending on these four features, the monocotyledon plants are accommodated. They are included. They are accommodated in monocotyledon. The class monocotyledon. So, this class monocotyledon, it is not divided or it is not recognized into series as orders. It is subclasses, so it is directly recognized into series. How many series? There are monocotyledon. There are the monocotyledon, the embryo of the monocot. It is a very with single cotyledon and adventitious root, fibrous root system, and parallel venation in leaves, and fibrous trimerous flowers. These are the features of the monocotyledon. So here actually the monocotyledon, it is directly divided into 7 series. So the series starts with the microspermae and ends with the glumiaceae. So the last series is glumiaceae, and starting series is what is that? Microspermae. So now I am going to explain about the each one series of the monocotyledon. So first, what is that? Microspermia. Okay, how many series are there? 7 series. What are they? Okay, what are they? First one is microspermae. And second one is epigyne. And third one is epigyne, and third one is what is that? Coronariae. Third one is coronariae, and fourth one is calycinae. Okay, third one is coronariae, and fourth one is calycinae, and fifth one coronariae, calycinae, and fifth one is nudiflorae and nudiflorae. Fifth one is nudiflorae. And sixth one is nudiflorae. Sixth one is what is that? Apocarpe. And seventh one is glumiaceae. Okay, apocarpe. And seventh one is glumiaceae. So these are the 7 series of the monocotyledon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the 7 series. So what about the microspermae? In this series, so these are all series. Okay, these series, they are not recognized into orders. Okay, they didn't classified up to order level. Directly the monocotyledon class is directly classified into 7 series. So among these microspermae, the microspermae in this series, the total, the minute seeds are, what are they? For example, the small seeded plants. Microseeds are small seeded plants. So the small seeded plants are included in this group. For example, best example, Orchidaceae. Orchidaceae. So in this Orchidaceae, the pollination occurs by the insects. Insects pollination takes place in this Orchidaceae. So in this Orchidaceae, the seeds are very small in size. So hence these are called, this series is named as a microspermae. So micro means very minute, small size, and spermae means seed. So the small seeded plants are included in this group. For example, Orchidaceae family. So this family members, most advanced Orchidaceae family didn't get the proper position, and it was included in the beginning of the microsperm, monocotyledon or microsperm. Okay. So this is the about microsperm. The second one is epigyne. The ovary is inferior in epigyne. Ovary's position is inferior, and also the inner perineum perinator petaloid, inner perinator petaloid is present, and it is divided into 7 families. What are they? Actually, this series should not be kept in the last as a ovary inferior. For example, what is that? Iridaceae and Amaryllidaceae. Iridaceae and Amaryllidaceae families are present in this epigyne. And third one is Coronariae. So the perianth petaloid. Perianth is petaloid. So petaloid perianth is present in Coronariae, and also the trilocular superior ovary is present. Trilocular superior ovary. Trilocular superior ovary is present in this Coronariae. For example, this Coronariae series, Liliaceae family. Liliaceae family. And the fourth one is Calycinae. So Calycinae, if you can see the Calycinae, the perianth is cephalid. Perianth is cephalid. And also perianth is cephalid and superior. Ovary is superior. But in Coronariae, the ovary is superior. In this also trilocular superior ovary. But in Calycinae, the ovary is superior ovary. For example, Palmae family. For example, Palmae means Coccus nucifera. Palmae. And also, next one is, what is that? Fifth one is Nudiflorae. If you can see the Nudiflorae family, the perianth is reduced or adornate. Okay? The perianth is completely reduced. The perianth is completely reduced or object. The perianth, it may be absent or they may be reduced. For example, Leguminaceae. Next one is Apocarpae. In this Apocarpae, perianth may be present or absent, and Apocarpus ovary is Apocarpus ovary. For example, Alismataceae family. Then last one is Glumiaceae. So the Glumiaceae, a perianth is much reduced to the extent as scales. So the perianth, they may be reduced as a scale also. They may be modified as a scale. And also the scale like perianth is called as a lodicules. The scale like perianth, which is present in the Glumiaceae. So these are called as a lodicules. So for example, the ovary is superior ovary in this Glumiaceae. For example, Graminae. You know very well what are they? Maize and also paddy. Okay, what is the sativa and also Graminae, maize. Okay, and these plants and Triticum vulgare. So these are the best examples. Sugar cane, it is also a Graminae family member. So this is something about the monocotyledon series. So it does not classified into orders. Next, I am going to explain about the merits and demerits of this Bentham and Hooker's classification. So the Bentham and Hooker's classification, if you can see, some of the merits and a few demerits are there in this class, in the classification. The system of plants, flowering plants classification of Bentham and Hooker is completely, without maximum, it is very similar to the Epidicondole and Decius classification. Epidicondole and Decius classification. So, if you can see some merits of this classification, Bentham and Hooker, they classified their classification they based on the floral characters. Their classification, it is completely based on the floral characters. So, more than one character taken into the consideration. In their classification, they didn't depend on any one or two characters. They take more than one characters for the classification of the consideration. Then next third one is, if you can see, the most advanced monocots were kept in the last. Most advanced monocots they kept in the last, and Decondole merged dicotyledons and gymnosperms in his classification, where the Bentham and Hooker both are, they recognized the gymnosperm and they separated the gymnosperm and they kept between dicotyledon and monocotyledon. So it is the biggest merit of the Bentham and Hooker compared with the Decondole and Decius. Next one, the Polypetale series, Thalamiflorae with hypogynous, hypogynous flowers, and Disciflorae also hypogynous flowers, and the Calciflorae with epigynous flowers. So these were arranged in a sequence. What is that? Calciflorae, Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae and Calciflorae. So in Thalamiflorae and Disciflorae, the hypogynous flowers are hypogynous flowered plants are kept in these two subclasses. But in Calciflorae, what is it? The flowers which has the epigynous flowers plants are kept in this Calciflorae. It is one of the merit of the Bentham and Hooker classification. So the epigynous is advanced over the hypogynous. Epigynous flowers character is advanced over to the hypogynous flower. So hence these series are arranged in the evolutionary order. So these what is that? Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae and Calciflorae. So these are arranged in a evolutionary order in the classification of Bentham and Hooker. And including Cucurbitaceae and Umbelliferaceae. Cucurbitaceae and Umbelliferae. So they are at the end of the Polypetale. So the Cucurbitaceae and Umbelliferae, they kept in the end of the Polypetale. Then Gamma petale is placed after the Polypetale. Gamma petale, it is placed after the Polypetale is the fused petals. One is advanced over free petals. Okay. So fused petals is the advanced character compared with the free petals. So then the next Gamma petale is placed after the Polypetale. It is also one of the biggest asset of this the classification. And keeping Heteromerae before the Bicarpellate. Keeping the Heteromero series, it is kept before the Bicarpellate is also one of the asset of the Bentham and Hooker classification. And actinomorphic flowers having families, were kept or placed. The first and zygomorphic flowers having families were included at the end of the Gamma petale. In monocots, unisexual flowers. In monocots, the unisexual flowers were kept after the bisexual flowers of having families. Then next one is placing the graminae at the end of the monocot. It is also one of the biggest asset of the Bentham and Hooker classification. Then third one, last one is then The disputed families, the disputed and unknown families, disputed and unknown families, they are kept or included in the under Ardens Anomaly series. So these are the some of the merits of this classification of the Bentham and Hooker. Now I am going to explain about the demerits of the Bentham and Hooker. Then I will try to give some flowchart of this Bentham and Hooker's classification. Next, if you can see the some demerits of this classification. So actually, the placement of the primitive gymnosperms between dicot and monocot is one of the major demerit of the classification, Bentham and Hooker's classification. Next one is the most advanced Asteraceae of dicot and Orchidaceae of monocot. They are not properly placed in the classification, and based on a single character, the monoclamidiae was classified. Based on only one single character, the monoclamidiae are classified. And next one is in Polypetalae, the hypogynous flowers having the families were kept in the beginning and the epigynous flowers having families. In that end, next, but the same is not followed in Gamopetalae. Inferior flowers having families were placed in the first, and hypogynous flowers having families are families in the last one. So it is also one of the demerit of the Bentham and Hooker's classification. And last, then absence of the Ardens Anomaly and monocotyledon and monocots, and inclusion of families directly under the series only. Then placing the closely related Liliaceae and Amaryllidaceae is different series. So those actually the Liliaceae and Amaryllidaceae families are very similar characteristically, but they are kept in different series. So this is something about the Bentham Hooker's merits and demerits. Then I am going to draw a flowchart of the Bentham and Hooker. Please listen to me for 1 minute. Okay, right. Next. Okay. Next time, going to explain. I am going to giving a flowchart of the Bentham and Hooker's classification. So total flowering plants are phanerogams. So phanerogams. Okay. Phanerogams. Okay. Phanerogams these are also called as a flowering plants. Okay. So these are classified into 3 classes. How many classes? 3 classes. What are they? Dicotyledon, dicotyledons, gymnosperms, and monocotyledon. Monocotyledons. So dicotyledon, based on the Perian's nature, this dicotyledon, again these are classified into 3 subclasses. This is class these are the class, and these are the subclass. Okay, how many subclasses? Dicotyledon. Based on the perianth, it is classified into 3 subclasses. One is polypetale, second one is gamopetale, third one is monoclamidae. Monoclamidae. Okay. So polypetale, again this polypetale, depending on the gynoecium's position, this polypetale, gamopetale are again classified into three series. What are they? The polypetale based on the gynoecium's position, they are classified into how many? 3 classes, 3 series. What are they? First one is Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae, and Caliciforae. Okay. Next, gamopetale is also classified into 3. Gamopetale is also classified into 3 series. What are they? For example, first one is Infile, Heteromere, Bicarpellate. Okay. Then monoclamidae. The monoclamidae is directly classified into 8 series. So it is not classified up to order level. Okay. Then gymnosperms. Gymnosperm is directly classified into 3 orders, and 3 orders directly classified into families. What are they? Nitaceae, Coniferaceae, and Cycadaceae. Okay. Then monocotyledon, it is directly classified into 7 series. Just now I told you. What are they? First one is microspermae, second one is epigyne, third one is coronariae. Okay. And fifth one is epigyne, third one is coronariae, and fourth one is calicineae, fifth one is nudiflorae, and sixth one is apocarpae, seventh one is, what is that? Glumiae. Okay, so this is something about the what is the first one is microspermae, second one is epigyne, third one is coronariae, fifth one is calicineae, fourth one calicineae, and fifth one is nudiflorae, sixth one is apocarpae, and seventh one is Glumiae. So this is the classification of what is that? Bentham and Hooker's classification. Then tomorrow we will discuss about the another topic. Thank you very much for this class. Thank you.